Have you thought about metagame? And what exactly metagame? Metagame is the foundation of many multiple games that West or East or any other part of the world engage in playing. Metagame is when we know what makes you successful, and not only money-wise but mostly mentally and physically. You live longer and you live more fulfilling life than otherwise. And you have to understand what metagame is, because every movie in the West, almost every movie, or at least good movies in the West, or great books that has been written in the West, they have this underlying idea of a metagame. That's why it speaks to us every time when we watch a movie or read a certain book. You have to understand this idea that you have to find your dragon, and you have to defeat this dragon because this dragon has a pile of gold and a beautiful princess as a victory for you. That's true on a certain level, because you can understand this idea of dragon not literally but through the lens of your own vices that you have to correct to be able to become a better human being. We all have vices, we all know what is wrong with us, and we all know what must be corrected in us. And a lot of times we just procrastinate and postpone this correction until we die. And of course, this way we will never defeat this dragon, and we will never find this pile of gold that this dragon hiding. And of course, we will never save the beautiful princess. And that's what eventually life is, especially in case of a man, because we are designed to do some heroic things. But to be a hero, you have to be able, to be able to control the world, you have to be able to control yourself. If you cannot control yourself, you will never be able to control the world. And if you're not in control of your ego, somebody else's is. And since you know what's wrong with you, correction must be made. Otherwise, this demon, this dragon within you keep growing and keep corrupting you, making you a liar, a coward, makes you delusional. And that's the biggest problem of the modern society. We live in a certain denial. The discomfort around us became so prominent, became so overtly accessible that we don't think that life is a dangerous thing. We actually began inventing dangers. We became more complacent with our vices because we normalized them, and that's a big deal, because once you start normalizing vices, you in some sense normalizing dragons that you must defeat. And even normalizing those dragons doesn't make you happy, doesn't make you mentally healthy. The same thing you can tell about women, because we are different. We have biological differences between men and the women. Women being judged by their past, while men being judged by their potential for the great future. And there's no way to go around it. And we can invent a lot of ideological stupidity to justify this degenerate idea of modern society. It's not going to make us happier, nor it would never fulfill our lives. And in this case, for example, even now, modern society, that's why it's easy for algorithms to mislead us into abyss of darkness, because a bunch of algorithms being utilized to play on our vices and to feed our vices. Think about it, you go online and if you're a man, you see a bunch of naked women. It's really hard not to stare at them. You have to have discipline, you have to have absolute control over yourself, and I think every man's struggling with this idea, with the pornography, with AI-generated images. And the same thing for women, because they go online and get exposed to some idiotic ideas that get them manipulated into complacent behavior that goes against their values, and eventually, in the end, you have no idea what value you espouse, what exactly is your goal in life, because your goal in life not supposed to make as much money as you can. Your goal in life is fulfill your ideals, to defend your values, to create families, to raise kids, to make proper sacrifices, and then to be able to become somebody. But it doesn't mean that you have to become someone rich or famous. You can live pretty modest life, but incredibly fulfilling, having this meaningful existence. But it's impossible if you're enslaved by your own vices and you try constantly to normalize them, because you waste so much energy by normalizing those vices that in the end, when you're old and when you are incapable of anything, you suddenly realize that actually you wasted your life on nothing and there's no second chance.